to Lockdown Natural Creations, the hair edition. So today we're going to be doing coils as well as locks. I'm going to be getting a very important individual ready for their Earth Strong. So come with me and follow along. Blessed love. And remember, ITAL is vital. Come and visit me at www.lockdownnaturalcreations.com. Blessed love, kings and queens. So let's get into it. We have a beautiful head of hair here. We have our edges that are all grown out that are going to be coiled and joined in with the mature locks and a flat twist going back. The mature locks are going to be plaited and then they're going to be dry, taken out so that they have the crimple look. This is a beautiful head of locks, beautiful head of hair. So let's get into it because we've got a long way to go. This particular person has 495 mature locks in their hair. Once the hair is coiled, there should be an additional 100 plus locks added after their hair has been coiled. To make this process go by a little faster and to save time, we're going to start with the edges by putting the coils in. And while we're doing the mature locks, the coils will be setting and they'll naturally be drying. Once the coils are done, I'm sure there will be over 100 of them. So we've completed those, took a little under 45 minutes to do, and now we're going to go into the lock portion. Alright, kings and queens, so let's start with the first row in the back. The edges have been coiled, now we're getting ready to tighten up the mature locks. Okay, so the first 15 are done, and usually what I do is I plait these together. I do this throughout the entire head, and once they're all done, I place my client underneath the dryer for a half an hour to 45 minutes. Alright, so they're all twisted and plaited together. We're going to do this throughout the head until we've completed all, and then we'll place them underneath the dryer for half an hour to 45 minutes. Second row complete. Time for braiding. Okay, so based on the parts and based on the width of the head, you will have different amounts of plaits to plait in each time. We are halfway through the process. Make sure during the process that the hair remains hydrated and moist. I usually spritz it with an oil spray. So we're coming along beautifully, and we'll be done shortly. Alright, kings and queens, so we have gotten through the first two processes. The head is completely retwisted and coiled. This hairstyle is tenderhead inspired. There are lots of times when you do people's hair very sensitive to tightness and clips, so this is what you would do. So this is one of the reasons you don't see clips. Alright, kings and queens, so we're going to speed things up a little bit here. So now I'm starting the process of connecting the coils to the mature locks. So this part is a little intricate. You need to make sure that your coils, the part lines up right alongside with the mature locks, so that when you're retwisting back and you're connecting them with the mature locks, that there's a nice part. So this takes a little bit of time. So what I am doing here is reanimating the coils I originally did, putting a little extra flaxseed gel on them, retwisting them back. I did have in mind when I first did it to twist them back originally, but had I did that, it would have probably caused some interference when I was doing the mature locks. So now you see me just retwisting the coils in the front and bringing them back towards the mature locks. Once I get these two rows together, what I'm going to do is start from the base of the head and grab the two locks in front and the third in the middle, and I'm going to proceed to flat back. Originally I had did a flat twist, but most of the time with flat twist, when you do this and you use coils, you have coils in the front, there's a lot of slippage. So I decided to braid the flat twist back. So I'm putting the hair up so that it's out of the way. Excuse me. And then we're going to start plaiting. I can't keep the clips in too long because clients bothered by them. So I'm plaiting it, grabbing 3 at a time and plaiting it back. Until I reach the mature locks, and then I will connect them. So each one I'm grabbing, I'm retwisting it again to make sure that it's tight. And then upon completing that, I'm going to get a mature lock. Now I'm taking the mature lock and wrapping it around the coils. And I'm taking the other side and wrapping that also. So from left to right, left to right. And then I will continue on. And this would be the first row. And I will just continue back until it's completely done, and then I will plait it again so that it can form its crimp shape, and we'll be able to put it underneath the dryer. So that's the first row. And the second row, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take that duck clip out, and I'm going to separate at least 2 or 3 rows of coils so that it lines up with the mature locks that are in the back. At the top you see those 2 locks that are pulled to the side. Those were taken out of the other part that I just finished doing. So I have that, that's 3 rows. So I want to make sure that I get enough to line up. I'm just showing you the first row to line up with that. Sometimes it doesn't line up evenly, so you just do your best. It depends on how the hair was originally coiled. And sometimes you'll have to take plaits. You'll have to take coils from another section to make it line up properly. So again, the reanimation of the flaxseed gel to soften the coils up again and to pull them back in the opposite direction that they were originally coiled in. And I have to do this really fast because of the clips. The clips really, excuse me, cause a problem sometimes when people are very, their head's very sensitive. They have to work really fast so that they're comfortable. So in this particular row that I'm doing, I'm going to use 2. rows of coils to line up with 3 rows of mature locks. So it's not always going to be even. It's not a perfect science, people, but it's going to be beautiful after it's all done. Secures the coils so that they're coming together. Again, some people are very sensitive and tender-headed, so you have to be very mindful of that. Every client is different, So with some clients, you might not be able to do your edges as tight as you would with others. It's all about the client and what makes the client happy and what makes them comfortable. So you should always remember that. That's something that should be discussed during your initial consult with them. So there is that second row. Okay, so let's take a look at this. This is the complete look. Alright, I moisturized it as I was going along with flaxseed oil. It is coiled and twisted with naturally made flaxseed gel. You can purchase it on my website, www.lockdownnaturalcreations.com. Beautiful, huh? Beautiful. Blessings. Alright, so after that, the client was placed underneath a dryer and the coils or locks were taken out in the bag, and this is the finished product. Beautiful. Blessings, kings and queens.